We are back and live with more Dollars and Cents with Bruce Porter from the Resource Center. We're going to talk about all kinds of fun things today, right after this.
Putting the client first. That was my main priority some 20 years ago when I started the Resource Center, and it remains my priority today. That's why I wrote Finding the Courage to Retire, to help guide you confidently along a journey that should be the most rewarding of your life, from creating sustainable income and preservation strategies to understanding Social Security, Medicare, and much more. This book is the retirement roadmap you need. To get your free copy, just call or email our office today.
All right, we are back.
I just lost my mic.
Did you? Oh, it just, your little magnet in there. Honestly, it's probably good enough where it's at.
Well, no, you don't want to know.
Well, that's a great way to start a show, isn't it?
So how's the Worsham Law Firm today?
Hey, we're good. It smells nice in here, doesn't it?
It does. We've surrounded ourselves with potpourri and all these weird sprays.
Well, we have the nice ladies here now that are
Yeah.
taking good care of us and keeping it clean, and you got to have that. you
Yeah.
know? We'd live in squalor if it was just us.
Yep, that's true.
We're happy to have that. That help and that influence around. It's
That's
a good
right.
thing. Yeah.
Well, gosh, welcome to Rogersville this morning. Here
Yeah.
we are.
Yeah. Good deal.
Nice fall weather we're having.
Yes. I'm enjoying that very much. I like the fall.
Yeah, I do too. It's August,
I know. I was saying this the other day. My yard is supposed to be yellow, brown, and crunchy right now.
Yeah, it's
and
green
instead, it needs to be mowed.
every other day.
It's too bad I don't have like 3 sons or something living at my house that might mow my yard for me, but
You think?
apparently I don't. So.
I used to mow with a manual, one of those you roll.
Yeah, when I was a kid, that's how I had to mow my parents' yard, was with a push mower.
And that's why I've got such a good grip, because
Yeah,
I
mowed
weed eated with a
Honestly, I
clippers.
don't mind the riding mower that much, but man, I hate running the trimmer.
Yeah.
It beats me up. It just shakes
well,
me.
that's for younger bodies.
Do we have a seminar this afternoon? I don't think. No, it's not on my calendar. So I guess we don't.
No, I don't
We
know.
did 2 last week, Tuesday
We're
and
usually
Wednesday.
the last to know, but
Yeah, we usually
probably
are the
need to
last
know that.
Yeah. Well, I'm probably not going to be there. So
Yeah.
yeah, you can do it without me, I guess. Or
60 people in
Yeah.
July
yeah,
came to the workshop and are happy campers nowadays.
process.
And so we just keep doing those. And, we've done those for so many years now. It's kind of become routine, but we kind of mix it up a little bit. We have some fun with it. I'd encourage everybody to tell your friends and come to our workshops.
one of my clients was telling me yesterday or the day before how much they appreciate the service that's there, that they can come to the Resource Center and they can get their financial planning. You can send them right to me. I can give them their legal services if they need insurance. You've got insurance people on site. You've got an accounting firm on call that's part of your network. You've got Roy, our Social Security, Medicaid, disability guy.
Yep.
We got Medicare people you've got in there, and you've built a really great network. And
Yeah.
when people realize that, they go, "This is what I've been looking for."
Well, that was the vision 22 years ago, was to have kind of a one-stop shop. Sam Walton told me that one time. When I was a boy, young man, he said, it doesn't matter what you sell, if you provide what they need and want in one location, everybody will come to you instead of going to 4 or 5 different places.
Yeah.
And it kind of stuck in my mind. That's kind of his thoughts on Walmart. And that's kind of my thoughts on a smaller scale at the Resource Center.
for now.
But It works, and it works quite well. I talked to a customer last week that has 9 different lines of business with us. We've done her trust, we've done her auto and home, we manage her funds, we've helped her family in several ways, and now Roy is helping her navigate her husband's disability. And so when you, again, try to provide good service, good information, I think that we're going to be the receiver of some very grateful and happy people because of what we do. We don't allow any salesmanship at our office. That's kind of a no-no. And it's a very unique environment. And I know it is. People are always pretty shocked when we kind of give them, here's what we do. And I like the idea that we've been blessed more than we deserve.
Yeah.
And we don't have to charge our clients fees to do any consulting with them. It's hard for people to grasp that because everybody's trying to get in their pocket. And there's a catch to everything. Well, we just choose not to do business that way. Service is a lost art, customer service. And it is one of my pet peeves is at least owning it. If we make a mistake, we're going to own it, we're going to fix it, and we're going to move on, and we're going to learn from it. We're going to try not to make that mistake again.
Yeah, I think maybe twice I've had clients, they've been to the seminar, they've met with you, they've come to my office, and they'll come to my office, and it's interesting, body language and everything, but they'll do this and they'll say, well, convince me why I need a trust.
Yeah.
And I just look at them and go, I'm not here to sell you anything.
Yeah.
You've seen all the information. If you have questions, ask them.
Yeah.
But I'm not here to sell you a trust. If you're not convinced you don't want it, you don't think you need it, then you don't need it.
Yeah.
I may think you're wrong, but I'm not here to arm twist you, convince you that you need a trust-based estate plan.
No,
I think they're the best. I think they're easy. They're affordable now. They didn't used to be.
That's
and
why
a great way to
everybody
do
should
it.
come to our workshops because we cover all that.
I don't have to
A
sell
to Z.
you.
But no,
and I'm
we
not
don't.
going to.
No, you can't buy anything like that because if you buy that, you're always going to be critical of it.
Yeah.
So you have to basically sell yourself that once you know the information, knowing the proper information, and then making a decision based on that. That's what the key is. So is it any different when you're shopping auto and home insurance?
Right.
Our producer now, Peter, is helping us in that area, and he knows and he sees, I think, how important it is for people on a fixed income to shop their auto and home insurance because the rates creep up a little bit. And when they do, that's one avenue people can come in and they can shop and get a better rate and still maintain coverage. So all insurance companies are crazy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
All right?
All right.
So now that we all agree, sometimes you just got to navigate around that stuff. But it doesn't matter what it is. Service is a lost art, and we're trying to bring that back. And so I would encourage people to call the Resource Center. We do a lot of different analytical things because we want to make sure we're giving out the right information. So I don't know about you, but I spend a whole lot of time doing research and just reading and trying to learn different aspects of different things in regards to money. I'm not that great a lawyer.
I agree, yeah.
Okay.
But I'm not that good of a financial planner, so it all works out.
Yeah.
One of my favorite stories recently, this is
Yeah.
kind of recently, I had a lady I was working with, not married, widow, whatever. And, she came in, she had a plan. I could tell she had a little anxiety about this, wasn't sure what to do, was trying to leave things to people, was a little concerned about some issues. But, we got her through it, we settled on it, and then, she's supposed to come sign her documents, and she came in and she's just like, I've just been up all night. I just am not sure about this. And I just sat down with her. I sent everybody else out of the room. And I just said, well, what's it? And I finally kind of got it out of her, what her real concerns were.
Yeah.
And I just said, well, how about if we did this then? And how about if we did your plan like this, put these provisions in it for these folks that you're a little worried about? And she just said, you can do that? I'm like, yeah, sure we can do that.
Yeah.
And I mean, the relief that overcame her face
Oh, I know.
is, almost all the payment I need. Not quite, but real
Right.
close.
Right.
And we met her need in a way that she feels comfortable now. And she's ready to finalize those plans.
Right.
And she feels good about what she's doing.
Right.
And, that's really what we want to do. But part of that is I've got to get, it took me a little bit to draw out from her what the real concerns were. And I understand why she was reluctant.
And it's just taking the time to talk.
Yeah.
And, people that are more interested in money and sales and things like that, they don't take the time to listen and talk. And I'm terrible about that. We all are,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We all could do better at listening. But you know what? When you listen to people's needs and then you just sit down and you show some compassion and you try to help them figure it out and help them figure it out on their own, you're always in a better position. We've had the same type of scenario over and over and over, and it's just taking the time.
Yeah.
I don't get in a hurry.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in a hurry. I don't want to be that stressed out. I don't want to work that much, but just, making sure that people know that we do have a big network, and if we can help, we'd be glad to help. And there's not a catch,
That's right.
And I don't know, after almost 4 decades of doing this, I'm having more fun now than I ever have.
Absolutely.
And it's just kind of works out for the best. So
hey, if you want to have some fun too, you give us a call. Give Bruce a call at the Resource Center, 417-882-1800, resourcecenterinc.com, and we'll be back next week with more Dollars and Cents.
Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC. AE Wealth Management and the Resource Center, Inc. are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Any references to protection, safety, or lifetime income generally refer to fixed insurance products, never securities or investments. Insurance guarantees are backed by the financial strength and claims-paying abilities of the issuing carrier. This podcast is intended for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be used as the sole basis for financial decisions, nor should it be construed as advice designed to meet a particular need of an individual situation. The Resource Center, Inc. is not permitted to offer, and no statement made during this podcast shall constitute tax or legal advice. Our firm is not affiliated with or endorsed by the U.S. government or any governmental agency. The information and opinions contained herein, provided by third parties, have been obtained from sources believed to be reliable, but accuracy and completeness cannot be guaranteed by the Resource Center, Inc. This podcast is a paid placement.